I know you for a number of years, and actually we met back in 2019, I think it was. And I haven't seen you in a single moment that you're not in shape. You're constantly in shape year round. And there's people that we both know, they said, when, especially when it was around the time that you competed, and they said, you must be on something. You must be taking steroids. You must be
When
doing, I don't know how many drugs. But is that the truth?
that's not the truth. I so far I was natural. If I went to USA in America,
Hmm.
where was my
Your dream.
my dream, but because of injury didn't happen, I would probably. I would. I was talking about it with
Really?
my coach. I was talking about it with my dietitian because I had all that team with me, and I was considering doing it in USA because the competition there. It's. I'm not saying UK. UK is a big competition as well. A lot
Hmm.
of good competitor, but USA it's another level. So I would probably go there. But so far in UK, I didn't need it. I always did feminine category, which is bikini and diva.
Okay.
I was best in diva. Diva was my main thing because it's more sassiness, and that's where
It's like more the feminine type of energy that
yeah
you bring
you
in.
don't need to be you need to be in a good shape, but it's more the way you play with your body, the way you play with the judges, and it's just my
The
my
way you
thing
move,
to
you mean, and on stage and all
yeah
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that. But have you ever thought why you wanna start taking start taking things to and inject to your body? At what stage you were and you said, to reach the next level, I need to do that.
I really was thinking about if I go to America for the World Championship, I would do it because in there
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't. They don't have diva in there in the category. You do in America, the federation they don't do diva. They do
Right.
only fitness bikini. And fitness bikini, it's I've done fitness bikini in UK as well. I always end up the second place. Um, diva it's my main thing. That's the one I won and became a pro in UK in the main show. But USA it was only fitness bikini where you need to be a bit more
Yeah.
shaped.
Actually, because I took part in one of your competitions that you did in the local area, and the only reason that you didn't take the first place based on what the judges said, it was because you look too perfect to get number one.
Yeah,
And
that is.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, ever since that day, it's just stayed with me. And I was getting annoyed by that. How
It's
can you tell me I'm too good to get number one, and that's why you give me the second place?
it's because they keep saying it's you have to be quite feminine, but I naturally have a really visible abs, so they say
Yeah.
your abs are too visible, and it's not first time I facing that. First, my first ever competition where I that was my first ever competition. I still out of 15 girls in Wales. I finished second just because of my visible abs. um, Even then at this show I was a beginner, it was my first show ever, and I was a
Mm-hmm.
beginner. They kicked me out, they literally stopped in the middle of when we were walking in on a stage, 15 girls. Oh no, and the beginners there were even probably more. They stopped to just tell me that I have to walk out of this category because I'm looking too good for a beginner.
I'm
But
looking
I
too
am a
good. You have to
beginner.
walk out. Wow.
Yeah. So I'm thinking if I compete this year as a master,
Hmm.
would they stop the show to say, "Oh, you look too young for being a master," or something? You
I'm
know?
not. I'm not an expert in like what the judges are doing or what the judges are looking for when someone competes on stage. But you made a statement and you said, I don't look feminine enough. What that comes to my mind is when I look at pro bodybuilders don't matter the gender, they all look very massive, very big, and very muscly. And especially when it comes to female bodybuilding, and for those who do take steroids, they do take other things as well, their whole body structure changes a lot and becomes more masculine. I don't see you in that category, and I've never seen you in that category to look to
I
at least the look part. You know what I mean?
I never saw myself in that category as well. I always like my shapes, and I always like that I keep feminine. The thing is, I think people, sorry to say that, but I think people just being jealous that they can't get the results they want. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I have natural good shapes. It's just
You're
genetic,
not you're naturally gifted.
naturally gifted. But of course, there is a lot of work behind. What people don't understand? It's the food is the one of the most important things, and a lot of girls, they don't really know how to it's not just what you do at the gym, but what you do at the kitchen, and that's where the
Absolutely.
results are coming from.
Yeah.
And I always been healthy, and that's the difference. I don't have, even bulking, I still bulk with the good healthy food. And
Mm-hmm.
um I was, whenever I tell people I'm a vegan as well, they're like, "Oh, how do you get those results with, as a
The
vegan you can't
proteins,
get,
yeah.
yeah, where the protein comes from, where, how do you do this?" And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just the build up from the so many years I've been doing this. It's so many years. I literally needed 3 months at the gym,
Yeah.
3 months to get into a stage for first time in my life and finish second, and out of a good number girls that they were amazing.
But I think this comes from the many years of you doing a dieting and keeping a good part of your body, a healthy body, to be able
Yeah.
to then work out for 3 months and then get the results that you're always looking for. And I think most people they underestimate the power of a healthy lifestyle. And some people, men or women, depends on what they do, especially if they compete. And besides the period of time that they actually compete, they don't stay dedicated to their lifestyle.
No,
They might go out drinking. And speaking of drinking, we have been out together so many times.
I never
You
drink it.
don't drink. That is the number one thing. Like, I can tell from that only. And there's a funny moment that when we went out together one time, we had some food in restaurants. We were ordering drinks, and the only thing that you ordered was water. And I made a joke out of this, and I said, "Can we get some premium water because
That's the only thing.
this
I
is the
was
other
on
thing."
on prep at this moment. That's why. Otherwise, I could go for something. But generally, I'm really healthy.
Hmm.
I don't eat outside. I don't. Not that I'm a best chef, but I just know what I cook. I know what I
Hmm.
eat, and that's all my. That's all the time. That's not just when I'm on prep. That's not. That's just my lifestyle.
If you want to watch the full version of this podcast, click here. And if you want to watch another episode, click here.